Water, there was some water was contaminated, and the housing authority, they disrupted the water supply. So we are the non-profit organization, ICNA Relief, that what we are doing is we are providing the water bottle and the food and some fruits and those things to help them while they are in this state, in this situation. It is just kind of emergency. It is third day we are here, and we were the one of the Muslim organization first who responded first time when emergency came. Even we received a request from the comptroller office also if we can help the community.
Can you tell me about your organization?
Yeah, our
the name?
ICNA Relief, ICNA Relief. It is one of the Muslim relief organization who only works in USA.
So they completely shut off the water supply to these buildings?
Least for these buildings.
How many buildings?
I think it is total population is apartments, what they have been told us 1,000, and it means 4,000 families or some people around those people are affected. But the actual figure they can tell because we are just here. Today we brought 1,000 food, same water for these people. We distributed yesterday 100 cases. Same thing day before yesterday we distributed 450 cases of water. In the first day also 300 cases of water. So that's what we can do, can help the people. And people are coming, they are getting food, they are getting fruits, they are getting the water. Housing authority is also providing the water. They have their own station here. Every person, individual who is coming, they are providing 40 bottles case.
How many cases of water can somebody take for one day?
Yeah, one person can come one at a time. I mean, let's say he has to bring his ID, where he lives, how many family members. He can only they cannot, pick up the data like that one. But whenever somebody show up, they don't refuse to give it.
Hi, I'm Stacy Hemby. I'm a NYC resident. I live here for 4 years now. Me and my 2 girls, they have autism. And this has been very stressful. Every day they asking me, Mommy, when I can take a shower? Mommy, when is the water gonna be okay? Mommy, when is this gonna be normal again? It's just stressful because the little things that we take for granted, to brush our teeth, to take a shower, we can't do that right now. We have to boil water. It takes like 4 bottles of water to boil 1 pot. And that's all day. That's all I'm doing, to cook, to clean, to wash clothes. That's hard, especially on me. I'm a single mother, so I do it all. And it's stressful. I cry about this. This is like going on the 4th day that this been like this. But the water had been messed up before. The water was cloudy. The water, you turn it on, it's brown. Debris coming out of it. And I'm like, because I have a Brita filter upstairs, so I checked I tested it. Like, I poured the water out the filter, water, clear. I go to tap water, debris, cloudy, brown, smelly. And I kept noticing, like, because I have medical conditions, and I kept getting stomach aches, headaches, and I'm like, no, I gotta go to the doctor because something wrong here. It's not right. I don't normally drink water out the filter, but I do cook with it, So I kept noticing, like, after I eat, I feel funny, and I'm like, what is going on? When did you notice? I noticed this about a month ago, because they kept coming here. They turn off the water. They turn it off from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the evening. And then one day they came back again. They turned it off at 10 o'clock in the morning and it didn't come back on until 12 o'clock. And they kept saying, oh, we're flushing the water. I seen a sign on my elevator saying that they were testing the water for E. coli. That's it. Now, they didn't tell us that. I saw that. So I'm like, that's another thing that popped in my head. I said, if you testing it for E. coli, you gotta be testing it for other stuff. And now, then I was asleep. My neighbor called me to come downstairs on Sunday, like, don't drink the water, don't do this. And I'm like, it's crazy.
You know, New York City water has always been praised as the best and cleanest water.
Exactly.
Do you think that there's other issues and people just don't know about it?
I think so. And I think now that you guys are here and that everyone is hearing about it, that hopefully something gets done. Because it's not fair to us. You know, it's not fair. We pay our rent. I do right by the community. We shouldn't be living like this. It's not fair. You know?
If you had a message for the mayor, what would it be?
Mayor Adams, please fix this water, please. My kids start school on Thursday. I gotta wash hair. I gotta get clothes ready. I gotta do all of that. And I can't do the normal things because we have poison in the water. Please do something about it, please. That's all I'm asking.
I'm just really concerned because I have 2 daughters, so it's more of like how we're affected with the drinking waters. You know, they do take baths and stuff like that. So more of just like, we just wanted the problem resolved more than anything. I mean, at least they're giving out water. You know, they're not leaving us stranded with just like contaminated water. So we just really just want the problem fixed, to be honest.
Do you know how long it's been like this?
For like about a month or so, right? Yeah. Like a month or so. I mean, it's on and off, like...
The groundwater is ongoing. It's on and off, ongoing for a few months already. But I mean, the last time they closed it down, they did give us water. They did have like all these
like water stations,
yeah,
but
water stations,
I guess they took more precaution now with giving out water to the community.
Yeah.
But
when did you notice that your water was brown?
yeah, like 2 months ago.
Months ago.
Yeah.
And no notices went out.
At first, no notices went out, and then just recently they did send us notice. So I mean, I know that we are a community based on income, but they really should take more care of people because there is senior citizens living here, there are small children living here. I know there's sometimes a reputation about housing communities, but not, you know, everyone is willing to work with them, you know, give them whatever.
There was a guy that came in and told us to run it for a few hours, so the brown water started coming, but after running it for like 3-4 hours, it started to clear up, so yeah, that was okay. Yeah.
Do you think this is an issue that would be happening on the Upper East Side or the Upper West Side?
To other housing communities, or
Like to, you know, wealthier communities?
pretty sure it's not gonna happen. But you know, money speaks volume, and Manhattan itself is just getting really expensive, the city. With every building going up, it's almost a multi-million-dollar building. So I mean, we're all just trying to survive, to be honest. You know, inflation is going up, everything is going up, so it's harder to have children, it's harder to, you know, it's harder for everything in life right now.
Cause they didn't even notify us Friday to tell us about the water. All I know is that Friday around like before 8 o'clock, the neighbor that lived in the building across from me, she told the other neighbor to get the email of the water. And then next thing you know, they come Saturday morning around, I think 8 o'clock, the housing workers posted the notices about the water. They didn't tell us nothing. And I told the other neighbor, I'm like, that's totally crazy. Housing get off at 4, so if it was a problem with the water, they should have put the notices up, but they didn't. And after Saturday, that's when, you know, they put it on TV, you know, about the water and how we have to come get the water. But they still don't have no exact date of when this is going to be done. And then another neighbor said that Mayor Adams was here Friday night and then Saturday morning, but I never did see him.
Did you notice your water cloudy?
Yeah, it was like all the other ones that showed on the TV. Yeah, but they always you know, like testing the pipes or whatever. Because it's been plenty of times you could be in your house, the water's on. The next you know, the water's off. You go downstairs, there's no notice. You know, like in the buildings and on the floors that the water's off, and it's been like this for a while.
One resident told me that it's been like this for 3 months, the water situation.
Yeah, because like a lot of neighbors that live here, housing, do construction over there, and then it's some kind of problem with the pipes or whatever that, you know, like, you know, they're supposed to be fixing the pipe. Then I heard a maintenance worker that worked here said that they had to check the tank and all, but like this is crazy. They gave us the water they used to cook, but ever since I lived in the house, I never really used their water, because even when they cut it on, like Saturday, they came around knocking on the doors telling you the maintenance worker had to check the water, leave it on for 3 hours, and then let it run. And then when they cut it on, it takes another 2 hours before it turns clear. So I always buy like bottled water from the store.
So are you picking up water from here?
I went and got some yesterday, but I'm gonna go back. But this is like every day, back and forth. And then yesterday morning, even though I live here, they had you bring your card for ID, because they said people from other developments up the block was coming to get the water when they was giving it out to us, and that's crazy too. So it's like, you know, like really retarded.
I'm sorry you're going through this.
Yeah, but I think now, since it's been advertised on TV since Saturday, they gonna like get it together. But the point is, they need to let us know how long. They haven't said it yet. They put the notice in on the front of the lobby doors saying that it's supposed to be fixed since today. Today's Monday, you're still getting water. So they need to give us a date, like how long this is gonna be, because tomorrow is Tuesday and the housing management is gonna be open. I'm gonna go there at 9 o'clock and ask them how long this is gonna go on, because we live here, and then like they complain about paying your rent on time. How you gonna pay your rent and you got water problems? And like me, I have a ticket in for them to do plaster that I've been waiting since last year. So the point when they want you to pay your rent, but then you gotta fix stuff too. So you know, and to me as a mayor, I would go to management and ask them to give him a direct answer of when this is going to be on, so we can know, because he only been here 2 times. Today they showed him on TV at the West Indian Day Parade, so he need to come back to me as a mayor and push him more, so you know, like we could directly know like what's going on.
I'm pissed. Oh no, I'm just, you know, really upset, because what I know is that for 3 months they knew about this water. And be honest, we in the apartments for about 3 to 4 months, we even noticed the water's been cloudy. They've been cleaning the tanks for a couple of days. One week they cleaned tanks, then a month later they were cleaning tanks. So it's been really a pain in the behind. And you notice the water. I've been noticing the water was cloudy, but you know, we don't pay attention to that. That's the problem, we don't pay attention.
So it's been like this for 3 months?
Well, they said that they knew about it for 3 months, from what my information came to me.
No letter or
no nothing, no information until this week. That's all I know.
And what are your concerns about
Well, I'm concerned about my health. We can't wash our face. We can't take a bath. We got this water we use in the wash dishes. We're doing all that. Just taking precautions.
And they said
and now they're saying that the water they're getting now is very shady.
And the mayor came at 10:51 and left at 11 o'clock at night.
It has come back in.
He came here yesterday for 15 minutes and that was it.
He came here for a little while. I told him
That was it.
Well, today he's in the parade, because I saw him.
Of course, because he wants his 5 minutes of fame. That's all he wants. He's not trying to help nobody.
He's at the parade.
I don't believe that, because the water people still ain't here.
The water, right?
I spoke with some residents who said that
That's what
it's
they
been like
told
this
us,
for
that they
maybe like a
tested it
month
and
or
it
so.
came back negative.
Well, we've been having problems for a month or so.
Yeah, because our water,
This water been brown for about 2 months.
the water's been cloudy, rusty, orange, everything. And now Friday was when they came to tell us about the contaminated
So that's why I
water.
said, you know, we found out on Friday, but it's been out, whatever the problem was, it's been there for
It comes out clear.
Tell me.
It comes out clear at first, and then you just sit there and wait, and it just turns into like seltzer water. It just turns white, and then you just gotta wait for a while, and then eventually it'll turn back to clear. That's if it's clear, because sometimes it comes out with stuff in it, or brown, or just.
Why did you just? That's what happens.
It's just weird. They didn't test my water. They checked the pressure, they cleaned the nozzle, and put the nozzle right back up.
Mira, el 41, canal 4.
Oh, okay. But that's what they did. You know the faucet from the kitchen and the bathroom, they took it off. The guy cleaned it and then let the water pressure come down and put it right back up. So I told him, I thought you guys were testing the water. Again, he said we cannot because the labs are closed. So you sitting there lying to us, and it's not fair because we have kids and we have mothers with, it's not fair at all. It's not fair at all.
So we don't know what's what.
It can't be the truth because they said the labs were closed. Right. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. You said it. Projects. But the white people are not going through what we're going through. The high class are not, and it's not fair because that's what the politics is helping. The ones that have the money. But what happens to the ones that live in projects like this? We don't have enough money to be going and get water all the time.
But the thing is, they say they downgrade us with the projects, but we pay the same amount as people that live here.
We sure do.
Because I pay, because of my income, it's already 1,000 or something.
They want $2,000 a night to projects. Get a load of that. That's ridiculous.
It's Carlina Rivera. I'm a New York City councilwoman. Right now we're here at the Jacob Reese houses. Many of the residents there have been living in fear and anxiety over the past few days. It was reported that arsenic was detected in their drinking waters. So as of today, they said no levels were detected. We're not sure. We're waiting for transparency, more answers. NYC has a very complicated and long history of legal troubles, including mold problems, lead poisoning, so water contamination. Unfortunately, wouldn't be a surprise. However, because this is unprecedented in New York City history in terms of what they're detecting in the water, we want to be sure. So right now they're drinking bottled water. They're not allowed to cook with the water. That's costly. It's scary. And we're here to ensure that they get as much information as possible. And the agencies are all on site trying to support the families here.
The residents said that this has been like this for maybe a month or so, or maybe even longer. They started noticing problems when they were doing construction over here.
But what we've heard from residents, and we certainly have cases in my office, constituent concerns on cloudy water. They have been testing for bacteria, and now doing a more comprehensive test, more sensitive, being able to try to figure out what is the cause. Arsenic is not something that has ever been detected before, so this is something, again, unprecedented in the history of New York City water. So we just want to be here to give people the answers. This is people's health and safety. So we're here to ensure their dignity, their well-being, and that's our number one concern.
It's all throughout the city that when you take the aerators out of the faucets, sometimes people think that there's no water pressure, and I have been witness to that. There's no water pressure. It's not that there's no water pressure. When you take the aerator out, you see all the garbage that accumulates, and it stops the water from coming through full force. So, everybody, it's just that people do not realize it. A lot of people are buying water filters, the Brita, everybody. So people, although the filters do not take care of arsenic and other heavy metals, so it's not that sure. But in general, people, they are concerned. It's just that they do not express it. There was not brown, although on and off when they turned it off, more than a month ago, they turned off the water. When I turned it back on, it was black.
I got a lot of teachers.
I took care of it. I removed the aerators and my filter. I changed everything. I let it run, so it was okay. But let me tell you, NYCHA knew about the arsenic. I got the pictures of when they were purging water in August 6th and August 16th. They were purging the water in the street. And I got the pictures. And before that, they did the same thing. So they did know long ago.
Some residents I spoke to over there, they said that they started noticing this issues when they were doing construction. Do you think that the construction...
I do not think so. No, I do not think so. Because there's been issues with this water long before they started with the construction. They started talking about that it was the result of Sandy. I didn't see it. And with this situation right now, they are saying that the issue with the water in the development, right? But then they tell you that you can drink from the hydrant. So where does NYCHA get the water supply? At these two different sources? What's been happening is that
The Budget Administration brought in private developers.
it has changed.
They're private, whatever you call it. Right?
Do you know how it feels to wake up in the morning, go to get some water for your coffee, your tea, and there's nothing?
$1.2 billion.
You don't know what to do. And this has been happening. There's no notice as to when they are going to shut off the water whatsoever. Then you go down and later on they put a notice. There's going to be no water. And what's been happening is that there's a lot of people that have moved out. What is happening to people like me, we don't have the resources. I am afraid of my future. I have no idea what I am going to do if they decide to. Well, I do not think that they can do it publicly. So I have the strongest feeling that all this arsenic scare is just for that, for show. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if you cannot find an old report of arsenic in the water.
We're talking about the situation with Jacob Riis and the water situation. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of water stations out here, and they're still saying the water is not fit to drink, even though I just got a call from NYCHA saying that the water is okay. No trace of arsenic. Okay. Now, if it's okay, why can't we drink it? And just so you'll know, I'm a community leader in the area. So that's my concern to the people here. Okay. And a little plug for myself, I'm running for district leader in the area. Okay. And I want to make sure that people know what's going on. There are water stations out here. NYCHA's giving out water down the block. This is my building. Since 1947, this building's been standing up. Now, this is a pity because I'm going to give you a little history about the water situation in New York City. The water comes from Croton-on-Hudson, which is the best water in the world, in my book. I know I went to Oneonta and I used to visit my friend who lives in Croton-on-Hudson. So I know about the water situation. But yet, we're getting tainted water here. Water that's no good. How ironic is that? NYCHA needs to do something because not only people are talking about taking a class action soon, but I would like to thank our elected officials, Harvey Epstein, for coming down and taking an interest. I'd like to thank Carlina Rivera, our councilwoman, Dan Goldman, who's our congressman, newly elected congressman. I'd like to thank him. These people are taking an interest in this community, and you know, somebody has to be called an accountant to do that. Okay. You can see I'm very calm right now, but I look very calm, but I'm very angry at the situation. Okay. Now, things are going to get a little better before they get worse. They're going to get worse before they get better. But I'm here to cause as much trouble as I can. And I will play dirty to get this water clean. Thank you. In fact, there's even been a story about how this has been done to get the people out of these apartments. There is prejudice. I'll say it right here. There is prejudice. There is racism. They don't want us here. And not just because of color, but because of class. But everybody has a right to live someplace. Everybody has a right, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, you have a right to live wherever you want. And if anybody tries to take that away, they should go to jail. Simple as that.